What's going on, guys? So the cold, harsh truth about anxiety and recovery. Smash that like button down below if you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt, and leave me a comment throughout this video down below in that comment section. Let me know what the most difficult part of anxiety and anxiety recovery is for you. What are you struggling with the most? Let's get a conversation started. So the cold and harsh truth about anxiety and recovery is that it isn't easy. Now, I know many of you are thinking, yeah, I know that, but many of you are still treating it like it's easy, acting like it's easy. You're not being as proactive as you can be, as if it's just magically going to go away tomorrow, or it only takes one thing at a time to overcome it, or that it takes a little bit of time to overcome it. I get asked this all the time. How long did it take for me to recover? And my response is a year. I get many different reactions, but most of them are, wow, or that's a long time, or surprised that it takes that long to recover, or discouragement. That's just a very long time. I don't know if I can do that. But you don't realize how much time you're wasting by being caged in and chained up to anxiety. I mean, I will gladly give 1 year for the 5 years that I suffered, right? There are many of you that have been suffering for this for a decade or 2 or 3. I have senior citizens in my Facebook group that have been suffering for anxiety for 50 years. That's unbelievable. Wouldn't you trade a year in? And I'm about to give you some more encouragement right here. Because if I can do this, you definitely can. It took me a year, but I was one of the most negative people in this world. I still struggle with trying to be positive every single day, but I am light years ahead of where I was before I even had anxiety. I mentioned this in the video yesterday. I was one of the worst negative Nancys there was. Think about what happened to me whenever I got the anxiety disorders. I was terrible. I was terribly negative. The most difficult part of anxiety recovery for me was trying to be positive. That took the most work. I had to do that through self-reflection, including meditation. I had to do a lot of journaling, a ton of positive affirmations, which I highly suggest that if you're dealing with negative thoughts. I had to really train myself to be positive. And I'm still not perfect, but I started making step after step after step in the right direction, and recovery became gradually easier. It took me a long time. And I'll also say this, I think my combination of anxiety disorders, which was panic disorder, health anxiety, depression, and social anxiety, made for a horrible mess. I believe sometimes I had it worse than a lot of others. I mean, I still haven't met somebody to this day that had as many panic attacks as I did every single day, and for the length of time that I had them, combined with the health anxiety, combined with the social anxiety, and combined with the depression. It was miserable for me. So if I can dig myself out of that, you can too. I didn't have support groups like this. I didn't have a YouTube channel to follow. Mental health awareness on YouTube was not big like it is now. There were a few guys, but I didn't find anybody I could relate with. Guys, you have gold with this channel. There's other channels out there doing the same thing I'm doing. Subscribe to these guys. There's Facebook groups now. I didn't even think about joining any of those whenever I was going through my anxiety. You have more resources, especially if you're watching this video. I give you tons of resources and tons of tips. If I had somebody telling me that, I feel like my anxiety recovery would have been much shorter in duration if I had that. But guys, I hustled and grind. I did what I had to do. Some things to think about right here. Some of you are only trying one thing at a time. For example, I tell you to eat right to help you out with your anxiety. But you haven't even investigated your root cause yet. You don't even know really why you're having anxiety, or you do know why, but you're not trying to address your root cause. So you start eating right, thinking that that's gonna be better. Or maybe you know what your root cause is, and you're just gonna exercise. You heard that exercise for me is great for anxiety, which it is, but you don't even eat right. You keep eating processed food or fast food. That's not gonna help. Many of you guys are doing one thing at a time and doing it for a week, maybe even 2 or 3 weeks, and then whenever it doesn't help you, you get angry with it or discouraged and you just quit doing it. You have to do everything. Guys, that year of recovery was with me doing just about everything I could every single day. I was hungry for recovery. Okay, I wanted it that bad every single day. It takes so much effort, and you gotta be ready for that. And it's worth it, because you don't wanna wake up 10 years from now and still have anxiety. Trust me, you don't. 5 years was enough for me. I'll tell you that much. And this isn't to bash anybody that's had anxiety for a long time. I know you've been struggling, it's been a nightmare for you. Do the things that I ask. And it all starts with figuring out why you're having anxiety. Once you can figure that out, the whole world will open up. And then you have to really dig in deep each and every day. You have to do the exercise and diet combo. You gotta do both of them. They're very complementary. They work out, okay? Your meditation, many of you will work on the physical stuff, but you won't work on the mental stuff, the self-reflection. Many of you push meditation to the side. You need to be doing that every single day. You'll see a difference, I promise. And then you need to do journaling every single day, sometimes writing things down. Many of you are running from your fears. Many of you are not taking advantage of exposure therapy, which is facing your phobias, your fears. Many anxiety disorders are related with a fear. My fear was exercising, driving. I was scared to drive because I didn't want to have a panic attack or die while driving. I had to overcome that. I had to exercise small in the beginning and work my way up. You need to be doing that in recovery. Start out small with everything and work your way up. Meditate for 5 minutes a day and then work your way up to 30 minutes to an hour. Write something down in your journal each and every day. I don't care if it takes you 2.5 minutes, but in 2 or 3 months, you should be doing it 5 to 10 minutes or 10 to 20 minutes. Keep working towards it. Don't take days off, because when you take days off, anxiety is going to get the upper hand. I hope this video brought value to some of you out there. Just keep on pushing and trying, doing what you got to do each and every day, using the tips that I give you. Like this video if it gave you some value, and again, leave me a comment down below and let me know what's going on in your life and what's the most difficult part of anxiety and anxiety recovery for you. What are you struggling with? Let me know. Join that Facebook group down below. We're over 1,500 members. All anxiety disorders are welcome. We are a big family. We help each other out. We support each other. There's an anxiety store down there that has a lot of books and workbooks that will help you with your anxiety disorders. Take advantage of all those resources. I have a meditation journal down below in the description. I will put a video at the end of this video linking you to the review I did over that meditation journal, excuse me. One of the best ones I've ever seen. It has everything that you need. It's going to teach you how to do both, and those two components are extremely important for anxiety recovery. Aside from that, guys, my Snapchat, my Twitter, my Instagram is also down there below. Take advantage of those and let's get connected in that way. You'll meet some people on those sites as well. Aside from that, my Patreon account is down below. That helps go into the support for the channel, helps the channel get things that I need to grow it and make it more professional. It's only $1 to get in there. There's a lot of cool rewards on that, including Patreon QAs, web sessions. If any of you have been wanting to do web sessions with me, I offer them on there. So go check out that link down below and join. And like I said, it helps this channel grow. So I hope you got some value out of today's video. You know, bless your hearts if you're going through this. I know it's hard. Just remember the things that I say and practice them each and every day, guys. I hope you have a great afternoon.